You're in the right place if you're a leader or manager dealing with a colleague deliberately trying to undermine you. I've spent years leading teams and managing workplace dynamics and seen firsthand how damaging and stressful it can be when someone actively tries to sabotage your work and reputation. You know the signs: they withhold crucial information, make undermining comments in meetings, take credit for your work, or subtly question your competence in front of senior leaders. It's frustrating and can impact your confidence and effectiveness as a leader. Today I will share practical professional strategies to handle these situations. No office politics, no games, just straightforward approaches that work. First, let's understand what's happening here. While everyone wants to advance their career and get recognition, some colleagues take this to an extreme. They see every interaction as a competition they must win, even if it means making others look bad. You might recognize these patterns. Projects mysteriously go wrong when this person is involved. Information you need seems to get lost or delayed. Your successes get downplayed while theirs get amplified. They create alliances with others against you. They time their criticisms perfectly when senior leaders are present. The worst part? These colleagues often appear cooperative on the surface. They'll say all the right things about teamwork and collaboration while quietly undermining you behind the scenes. This behaviour tends to increase during promotion periods, high-profile project assignments, or performance review periods. This behaviour can often intensify when the pressure is on, such as during budget cuts or restructures. The person may feel endangered or uncertain about their position, which drives them to act more competitively. Let's tackle our first major challenge, the information blocker. This is the colleague who weaponizes information. You'll notice they claim to be too busy to brief you properly. Send incomplete or confusing instructions. Cancel important planning meetings at the last minute. Share crucial details after decisions have been made. Express surprise when you don't know something they never told you. It's particularly frustrating because they create a no-win situation. You can't do your job properly without information, but they make it nearly impossible to get what you need. Here's your action plan. First is the documentation strategy. After every conversation, send a follow-up email. Following our discussion, I understand these are the key requirements. Please let me know if I've missed anything crucial. Create project briefs that outline your understanding of objectives, key decisions needed, resource requirements, timeline dependencies, and risks due to missing information. When dealing with someone who consistently withholds information, you need a robust system of boundaries. Here's how to implement this. Set clear response deadlines. Send emails like this: I need your input on X by Tuesday 3 p.m. to meet the project deadline. If I don't hear back, I must proceed based on current information to keep things moving forward. Next, create information request logs. Keep a simple tracking system with the date of the request, information needed, the response deadline, your follow-up attempts, and the delay impact. Finally, loop in other stakeholders strategically. If you're not getting responses, send a group email. Since we haven't been able to connect on and then name the subject, I'm including relevant stakeholders to ensure we have all bases covered. Here's where we stand. This is often the most stressful situation when a colleague chooses public moments to question your competence. Common scenarios are firstly the innocent question. They wait until a senior meeting to ask why you didn't consider something they never mentioned. The second type is the helpful correction. They point out minor details to make you look unprepared. Finally, the just wondering comment. They raise doubts about your approach in front of others. Here are some professional response strategies. The first one is immediate responses. When they question your work publicly, stay calm and say, "That's an interesting point. My approach is based on specific data or research or requirements. I'm happy to walk through the reasoning after the meeting." My next suggestion would be to implement meeting follow-up. Send an email saying, following up on your question from today's meeting. Here's the detailed analysis behind the decision. Let me know if you'd like to discuss further. Remember also to think about keeping pattern documentation. Record the dates and settings of undermining incidents, witnesses who were present, specific comments made, professional responses, and any impact on projects or decisions. While office politics affects every workplace to some degree, we all need to advocate for our ideas and achievements. There's a difference between healthy career management and ruthless undermining behaviour. Focus on building genuine relationships based on collaboration rather than competition. These are 3 key areas to concentrate on. 1. Regular updates to key stakeholders. Weekly progress summaries, achievement highlights, upcoming milestones, and potential challenges and solutions. 2. Cross-department collaboration. Identify opportunities to support other teams, share resources and information, and build a reputation for being helpful and reliable. 3. Visibility strategy. Volunteer for key projects, share team successes, give credit appropriately, contribute meaningfully to meetings, and document your contributions. Let's discuss one of the most frustrating situations when a colleague consistently takes credit for your work. Here are some prevention strategies. Number 1. Project role documentation. Before starting any major project, get written confirmation of everyone's roles. Create a shared project charter outlining responsibilities. Document key decisions and contributions in meeting notes. Send regular updates highlighting team member contributions. Next comes strategic communication. Keep your manager informed. Use these words or add them to an email if you are stuck on how to start the conversation. When presenting work, use this. Building on the foundation our team created last quarter, I developed this approach by. Thirdly comes professional confrontation. If someone claims your work, address it immediately but professionally. Have a private conversation. I noticed in the meeting that you presented the project idea as your own. That was work I developed. How can we make sure credit is properly shared going forward? Then send an email to follow up. Following our conversation about project attribution, I've outlined the key contributions to ensure clarity. In today's virtual work environment, documentation becomes even more critical. With more conversations happening off camera and through private chats, keeping precise records helps maintain transparency and accountability. So, your best protection is a solid documentation system. You will need these. A weekly activity log containing key decisions made, contributions to projects, essential conversations, and follow-up actions needed. Next comes project tracking. Create shared documents for all major initiatives. Update progress regularly, include specific contributions, and note any delays or information gaps. Third is email management. Save emails relating to project decisions, role assignments, deadlines, information requests, meeting cancellations, and changed instructions. Sometimes you need to address undermining behaviour directly. Firstly, preparation is key. Gather specific examples and document patterns you are seeing. Prepare using professional language and choose a private setting for the conversation. Next comes the conversation structure. Consider your opening. I've noticed a pattern that I'd like to discuss. And use specific examples. In last week's meeting, X happened. This isn't the first time. Remember to focus on the impact. This affects our ability to deliver results because then propose a solution. Moving forward, I suggest finally comes follow-up. Document the conversation thoroughly and monitor for the changes discussed going forward. Keep recording incidents as they occur and be prepared to escalate if needed. Finally, remember, maintaining your professionalism is crucial. While reacting emotionally or playing the same games is tempting, that rarely leads to good outcomes. Instead, focus on clear documentation, professional communication, strong boundaries, building positive relationships, and protecting your work through systems. If you have a particular situation you are experiencing, share it in the community or privately DM me or email me.